Hey y'all, it's Monday morning, October 27th, and we welcome you once again to This Week at AMG. Thank you for joining us. It's really a blessing to be able to share with you what is going on around the world through AMG. And today we have the privilege of hearing from three members of the Christian Medical Ministry of Alabama. We are in Tennessee here, and we like Alabama for the most part, except for football. But anyway. But today we're going to hear from three friends who earlier this year went to Guatemala and ministered there, primarily to children, to meet their dental care needs. So there are students that go from this country to Guatemala. They do ministry by meeting the needs of the kids there with their dental hygiene, and at the same time they get a lot more practical experience than they would get just by being here in the States. So we are going to hear from them and how that trip to Guatemala impacted their lives and the experience they had with ministering to the children there.
Hey, my name is Bobby Parks. I'm the Executive Director for the Christian Medical Ministry in Birmingham, Alabama. We work with students in the different healthcare professions. And one of the things that we look for as we prepare for our mission trips is organizations that we can partner with who already got their feet on the ground in countries that we can help them in planting churches or strengthening churches, meeting the physical needs of the people, and sharing the gospel. So we want it to be a partnership and a win-win situation. And we had our first experience in Guatemala, and it was really a good time for the students to be able to get away with a group that's organized, so we could focus on the things that we're there for, which is spending time in the Word, helping them learn to become spiritual leaders, taking them out on the streets there in Rio Blanco and letting them have the experience of seeing a little bit about the lifestyle and share the gospel with people. Many of these students have never shared their faith in their life, even though some of them come from Christian homes. Some of them are newer Christians, but they've not had any experience at all in evangelism. So we'd like to tell them that we think that getting into a place like in Guatemala is a great learning environment because the people don't speak English, and so as they're trying and stumbling along, the people don't know they're stumbling along, and it's a real easy place for them to learn and grow and become confident in sharing their faith. And so we think that we accomplished that on this trip. We think it was a life-changing experience for some of our students to get their feet wet, not only in the clinical side of things, as Norm talks about, but also in the spiritual ministry that was new to a lot of them as well. So if there are people out there happen to be seeing this video that have some kind of medical training, I would really encourage you to link up with AMG and to consider going on a trip. Organize your own trip, they'll help you, or else go with an existing group that they've got going that's willing to take on others, because you'll find it a great experience to go and work with a group like AMG and to see the needs in the countries they work in. My main experience with them is in Guatemala, and that was a great experience for us. We love the country, we love the people, and we're looking forward to going back again, taking our group again, and we think it'll be a good experience for our next group of students and dentists, and encourage you to do the same. And you can pray for our group too if you think about it.
I'd like to say hello and introduce myself as Yarn Patterson. I'm a pediatric dentist. I'm the faculty at the University of Alabama in Birmingham as an adjunct professor in pediatric dentistry. Been a dentist a long time. My story is that I became a Christian late in life at the age of 30 when I received Jesus Christ into my life. And He's taken me all over the world. Spent 10 years in Southern Africa and in Europe, 10 years with my family. And the Lord's brought us to Birmingham, where we were introduced to AMG ministry. We're so thankful that the Lord has introduced us to this fine ministry where we can, along with others, partner with serving children and adults in Guatemala. This experience that we've had in March of this year was phenomenal. For me as a professional person, and for our students at the university. We came into 25 students or so that came with us to the school high in the mountains of Guatemala, where we were welcomed by this school with welcome signs and singing, and we just were in tears thinking about the fact that these children were receiving us. We moved into the church building at that time, pushed all the pews back, and set up our clinic where the 25 students, and we had a Guatemalan dentist with us as well, which was delightful to partner with her, part of AMG. And we set up our tables and our sterilization, our instruments, and the students began to see and work through some of the children there. One of the wonderful opportunities we had is that all the patients, 99% of them were children. That's our specialty, and that's where we see the students taking care of those children, cleaning their teeth, and involved with those kind of opportunities to treat them. But also to have the students see children that they, in their dental school training, won't get to see this many children in the 4 years of dental school. So we encourage you, if you're watching this video and if you have a heart for treating those that have great need in medical and dental needs in particular, that you would be so encouraged to work with AMG. And I want to thank you for the opportunity to serve our Lord this way.
I'm Tomic Littleton, and we work with Christian Medical Ministry. My wife is a dentist, and I'm an evangelist. And so it provides us an opportunity to work together in missions. And my wife is from Ecuador, her family is, and so she's fluent in Spanish. And we have a particular interest in Latin America, serving the Lord there. And we'd heard about AMG through some of the radio broadcasts and sort of the historical knowledge of it, but we found out about the work in Guatemala through our church, Shades Mountain Independent in Birmingham, during our regular February missions conference. A missionary that works with AMG had come to our church and presented the work that was going on in Guatemala. It really touched our hearts immediately because of the children and the opportunity to serve them and to serve the Lord and to bring the gospel in. And we saw an immediate sort of a heart connection to what was going on in Guatemala. And we work with the students in Birmingham at the University of Alabama in Birmingham, with Bobby, the director, and Norm, who is a dentist who also works at the school. We do an annual missions trip, so we're always looking for the place that is going to be the most meaningful, the most fruitful for them, and a good, solid, predictable missions experience for the students. And so we felt like with AMG we were going to have that it would be connecting to a very strong ministry in country. It appealed to us that the ministry is primarily staffed by indigenous people. That seems to be a very powerful, successful recipe for missions and for kingdom building in other cultures. We're not coming in trying to do everything the American way, and especially when you're looking at being able to take the gospel in companionship with meeting medical needs. You're bringing spiritual and physical needs together and expressing the love of Jesus in a really tangible way like that. It's a very powerful opportunity. So we loved it, and we look forward to working with AMG some more. Now, since we've been, we feel like the work that AMG is doing in Guatemala is a second home for us.
Well, I hope you enjoyed hearing from these wonderful men that have felt the calling from the Lord to go and serve. And there is really a need for medical professionals, whether it's in the dental field or medical professionals. There is a great need, and there is a great opportunity to go to other countries and to do ministry, to share your faith while actually meeting the medical and dental needs of individuals that are in the field. If you would like to know more about such opportunities, please give us a call or go onto our website, www.amginternational.org, and ask for more information and check out the opportunities that exist. Well, that's it for this week. I hope to see you next week at This Week at AMG.